They call it a glow up, but after 40, it's not just about beauty anymore, it's about survival, reinvention, financial independence, and sometimes it comes with a price no one talks about. Because yes, you can get the fillers, the facials, the wardrobe upgrades, but what happens when the people around you start resenting your transformation? When your confidence makes others uncomfortable? That's the dark side no one shows on Instagram, and I know it so well because I went through it myself. I rebuilt my confidence, my style, my mindset, and yes, my entire life. But what no one tells you is that when you start rising, not everyone will celebrate it. Some will distance themselves, others will question your motives. So today, we're not talking about skincare routines or outfit formulas. We're talking about what really happens when you start glowing from the inside out and why it can quietly change everything. When we talk about transformations, we always mention mindset, healing, growth, becoming our best selves. But we also talk about the external glow up, skincare, style, wellness, fitness, and that's perfectly normal. There is nothing wrong with wanting to look radiant or dress better or improve your lifestyle. In fact, for many women over 40, this transformation is deeply empowering. It's a declaration that life isn't over, it's just the beginning. However, what's often not discussed is that what happens when that glow-up starts to threaten the old version of your life. People around you may not recognize you anymore. Some might even make comments like, "You've changed," or "You think you're better now?" And that's when you realize glow-ups aren't just about light. They cast shadows too. When you begin to change your habits, your looks, your energy, you also begin to shift your boundaries. You start saying no to things that no longer serve you. You stop settling, you stop people pleasing, and that's powerful. But it can also be lonely. Friends you've had for years may distance themselves because they're not comfortable with the new you. Partners might feel insecure. Even family members can subtly undermine your progress, not out of malice, but because your growth highlights what they've ignored in themselves. And so the dark side of a glow up is realizing that the more you evolve, the smaller your circle may become. But here is the truth. It's not rejection, it's refinement. You're simply no longer available for the version of your life that kept you small. Another shadow side of glowing up, especially later in life, is contingent self-worth. It's when your confidence begins to depend on external markers. How you look, how others respond, how much progress you've made. You might even catch yourself thinking, "Oh, I feel amazing when I look polished and put together, but if I have an off day, I feel invisible." Or, "People treat me differently now that I've lost weight or upgraded my wardrobe." It's subtle but dangerous because your glow becomes conditional, and when your glow depends on approval or perfection, you lose the very freedom that made you start this journey. I've been there too. I remember when I first started my transformation, I got so many compliments, and for a moment, I tied my worth to that attention. But the real glow up happened when I could walk into a room with no makeup, wearing simple clothes, and still feel completely confident. That's the point where self-worth becomes unshakable. There is another part we don't talk about enough. The pressure that comes with your new image. Once you begin to reinvent yourself, people start expecting you to maintain a certain standard. Maybe you're suddenly expected to always look put together. Maybe people assume your life is perfect because you post elegant photos. Or maybe you even start comparing your progress to others who seem further ahead in their glow-up journey. And that's when the joy of transformation starts turning into performance. And if you're not careful enough, you can end up building a cage out of your own success. But here's what I've learned. The goal isn't to become flawless. The goal is to become authentic, to build a life that feels aligned, not just looks perfect from the outside. Now, let's talk about another kind of glow up, the financial one. When you start earning your own money, building a business, or finally knowing your worth, the energy shifts completely. And I can tell you from experience, this glow up comes with its own shadows. When you become financially independent, You stop needing validation through relationships or status. You stop tolerating situations that drain you. You start setting higher standards, not just for love, for life. But that's also when some people begin to pull away because your independence can make others uncomfortable. You'll be told you're too ambitious, too expensive, or too confident. That's exactly why so many women hesitate to rise. They fear being misunderstood. But here's what you need to remember. Independence is not arrogance, it's integrity. Knowing your worth doesn't make you difficult, it makes you clear. And clarity will always cost you approval, but it will buy you peace. So yes, financial glow-ups comes with pressure, criticism, and even isolation at times, but they also bring the deepest form of freedom, the freedom to make your own choices based on values, not on survival. True glow-ups after 40 are not about anti-aging, they're about self-reclaiming. Reclaiming your time, your peace, your energy. You realize that beauty treatments and design outfits can enhance you, but they can never define you, because elegance is not something you put on, it's something you radiate from within. And when you truly understand that, you stop chasing validation, you start embodying it. So yes, there is a dark side to glow-ups, but there's also a liberation in it, because the moment you stop seeking approval for your evolution, you step into your power. The truth is, the glow-up after 40 isn't just about looking better, it's about becoming better, emotionally, financially, and energetically. It's about knowing your worth, setting your boundaries, and no longer apologizing for the woman you've become. Yes, it comes with challenges. People might reject, misunderstand, and even walk away, but that's okay, because the glow up isn't meant to make you more liked, it's meant to make you more aligned. And if this message resonated with you and you're ready to create your own financial independence and your own freedom, then make sure you subscribe to my newsletter down below. That's where I teach women how to level up after 40, build confidence, build income, and build a life that feels truly yours, because your second act can be the most powerful one yet. Watch this video next and I'll see you there. Bye for now.